You are looking right now at the future of Israel. We are situated on a hill above the Jordan Valley. The Jordan River originates from the north, from the area of Lebanon and the Golan Heights. It goes all the way to the Kinneret Lake, and from the Kinneret Lake, it spills into the Jordan Valley all the way to the Dead Sea. The Jordan Valley is a strategic place for Israel. It's the natural border of Israel in the east. Above it, we have the mountains of Judea and Samaria. It's the only place you can be that really secures the land of Israel from any threat that might come from the east. In IDSF, we stress many times the importance that Israel will reside along defensible borders. The only natural border Israel has in the east is the Jordan Valley. Israel, from the sea all the way to the Jordan Valley, is just 45 miles of width. It's a very, very narrow, small area, mostly controlled by the Judea and Samaria mountains. From these mountains, looking in the west, you see the coastal area, but when you look to the east, you have the Jordan Valley. And when you stand on these mountains, this is the place where you can really make your stand and defend the land of Israel from any future invasion. We have seen many discussions throughout Israel's history when we talk about certain areas in Judea and Samaria, but when it comes to the Jordan Valley, almost all Israeli leaders throughout Israel's history have all agreed we need to hold the Jordan Valley. When Abba Evan talked about the importance of Judea and Samaria and the Jordan Valley, he said that the borders before 67 reminded him of Auschwitz. Meaning, if you put all the Jewish people in an area with the width of 9 miles, this is like putting them in some kind of concentration camp where they cannot defend themselves, and it's clear that at the end of the day, they won't survive. Yigal Allon said that after 20 years, in 67, when we liberated these areas, this is the moment where the independence war really ended. So we remember Rabin in 1995 speaking in the Knesset and stressing that we must stay in the Jordan Valley, and this is said after Oslo. Said this is our border, our security border in the most broadest sense. Today in this area, unfortunately, we have many attempts to smuggle weapons. These attempts are led by Iran that smuggles weapons through Jordan into the Jordan Valley, and from the Jordan Valley to the mountains to the Palestinian cities, equipping terrorist organizations with a lot of sophisticated weapons which they use to fight Israel. So we need to secure this border. And securing it means two things: building a stronger presence of the army with better technologies and more soldiers, but it also means settling the land. When we talk about the Jordan Valley and the Arava, we're talking about a border of 309 kilometers. This is approximately 200 miles. It's the longest border of Israel. In the Jordan Valley, we have a lot of agriculture, as we can see behind me. 32,000 dunams of agriculture that are worked here in this very beautiful land. And we have 25 Jewish towns along the Jordan Valley. And in this vast area, we can settle millions of people. Anybody who visits Israel knows how densely populated is Israel in its center, in the areas of Tel Aviv, of Hedera, Jerusalem. But this area is open, big, beautiful. And this is the future of Israel. This is where our grandchildren and their children will settle and live in the future as Israel is growing. Many of the most important stories in the Bible started here in the Jordan Valley. We all remember Joshua crossing with the people of Israel the Jordan River, conquering Jericho. We are deeply rooted here in the Jordan Valley in the connection to our past. Israel must decide that this area is part of its future. And in order to do so, it needs to apply the Israeli law on this area. This will enable Israel to make long-term plans and settle this land with millions of Jews. The Jordan Valley is really the one place that all of us understand is crucial for our future.